Oh, Mike Checo. You said L. Lou, stop. No, friend.
Apparently Manny Machado has an opt out next year.
Stop. No.
Hmm? Manny Machado has an opt out next year.
That's interesting. Wow. I don't know. He got 330 million, right? You think he could get
Yeah,
more? I don't know.
I don't
Maybe.
know.
Maybe
Maybe
he
get a
thinks he
7 year
can.
deal.
Maybe he thinks he can. So, all right, we sound good. Yo, what to do, GG Nation, GG Legion. It's your fella again, Straussman, the GG. Welcome to another episode of the Golden God and Friends podcast. Episode 72. I always said 71. We already did 71. 72, the Game Awards 2022. And if you guys don't know, you're not used to what we usually do. It's a prediction show. We're going to go through not every single category. Let me correct myself. We're going to go through every category we want to do, the ones we've written down here. And we're going to pick what we think is going to win, and we're going to pick what we want is going to win. And then we're going to sprinkle on also our predictions for the show. Jeff Keighley promising that it's going to be he's going to have some big splashes. We will see. While I was writing my predictions, I don't know if you felt the same way, Lou. I was writing my predictions. I was like, my gut feeling's telling me it's not going to be as big as that everybody kind of wants it to be. I'm hoping, but
That's
my gut is telling me, go ahead.
kind of the theme every year, right? I mean, like,
Yeah, ever
he always
since
says this one's going to be better than the last one, or this one's going to be as the best one yet. So,
it's always the one, like 2017 was the big one, or was it 16? The one with with Persona 5 Royal nominated with Horizon Zero Dawn and stuff. That one
yeah.
had and Breath of the Wild. That one had a lot of amazing announcements, but that was like the last time. Now like each show has like one or two big ones. We're gonna sprinkle in our predictions a little bit, so we're just not gonna go all the way through. But we appreciate all the love and support. You guys definitely checked out the Ragnarok spoiler cast, and it's cool to see that a lot of people really like that game. Like really, really enjoyed that game, which obviously it's a very popular game. But I'm interested to see what everybody's prediction is for the ones we go down here as well. Want to have more, but obviously I had the tribal chief join me. Lou, how are you doing?
Very good, very good. I'm excited for the show. Let's get it.
Me too, man. I love this one. The prediction show is always fun. So why don't we start out with a prediction? You got a easy one to throw away, Lou?
Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say my first prediction is I think Twisted Metal, the show will be there and a game. I think those two will be there.
Okay, so I had a little bit of a similar one. I had a little bit of a similar one. Mine was the big three, i.e., Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony, would have little to no presence there. And one of my predictions was for Sony was it was going to be the Twisted Metal TV show. So we kind of have a similar one right there. I do think the Twisted Metal TV show or something like that. Maybe the Ghost of Tsushima Netflix movie here. I don't know. I would assume it'd be Twisted Metal. It seems like they've been working on that one for a while. And I believe that's coming to Peacock, right?
Yeah, that's been baked in the oven for I don't even know how long now, right? Like
It, it,
almost a year.
it's been a while. It's been a long while. All right, so we gave you an easy one there. We gave you an easy one. Let's start off with our first nominee. The most anticipated game. Final Fantasy 16. Hogwarts Legacy. RE4 Remake. Starfield. And of course, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I think I'm going to start off, and it's always the same one. It's always Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That's going to be the one that's going to win this Game Award, which is funny that there's no Spider-Man or anything else on here, or Jedi Survivor or anything.
Yeah.
But the one I would really want to win is RE4 Remake. I'm very excited about that one. That remake looks very excellent. They made a very campy PS2 game. Very dark and scary, which still has the campiness in it, at least from the earlier trailers we saw of it. The most recent state of play, of course. I'm very excited. Very excited to play that game in March. It's not too far away at all. So, what is your pick? Yeah, go ahead. What's going on here?
My prediction, I think Final Fantasy 16 is the one that I want to win. But the more and more that I've been thinking about over the last couple of minutes, I got a feeling that Hogwarts is coming up strong. But I think obviously Zelda's going to take it. I think that's pretty much like the guarantee in this category. Which looking through a lot of these awards
like
here,
3 years in a row, right? For Zelda?
Yeah,
I think it was last year, wasn't it? And the year before, I think we talked about it. I don't know. I gotta go back and watch that episode, but I think they've been there. It's been there.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're gonna have a lot of the same games. We'll go through the awards later on, and you'll notice like they'll be up for almost the same award as last year.
Yeah,
and this is one of them here. And I kind of wish that once it did win, that they just moved on and away from it.
It's just
unfortunately.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, Nintendo's fan base is very, very much out there, and Zelda's one of their games, face of the franchise games.
Yeah.
So, when you have one of those on the list, I think it just stands out.
Yeah.
Very much so.
It's a very powerful game, man. People have been waiting forever for Tears of the Kingdom, which I'm also waiting for. I'm excited for as well. I'm interested to see if there's like another trailer for it. I thought that was like a give me for one of the predictions. I didn't put that on there. I'm assuming, they'll probably put one there. Next category.
Have they had a trailer yet? Of that game?
They did a 30-second one in the direct, the last direct they had, which was the big one. I think in October, which they had like the Fire Emblem game. It had everything. Like they had all the new stuff. Pikmin 4, and they had obviously Tears of the Kingdom at the end.
Must be great to win this award every year and only show 2 teasers, a 30-second trailer, and a bunch of pictures.
Yeah. I just really, you and me have predicted it for a long time that it would be with the Switchy Pro or the Switch 2 or whatever. I don't know if there's anything to that. But I think it's time. I think they really should have like a Switch Pro or something. Like the Switch is getting long in the tooth and it should be upgraded, but it makes a lot of money, man. It makes a lot of money.
Yep.
All right, next category, best adaptation, which is video game adapted into movie, TV show, whatever, etc. You guys know. Arcane, League of Legends, which I heard was a big one in Netflix. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, we got a few friends that like that one. The Cuphead Show, which I have not seen on Netflix. And Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which was very popular with my close circle of friends for sure. And Uncharted, which has been pretty lukewarm with a lot of Uncharted fans, but made a fuck ton of money, and I'm pretty sure a sequel is coming. Uncharted 2, I think, is going to happen. I'm going to let Lou go first on this one. Who do you think will win, and who do you want to win?
My prediction is the same as what I think is going to win here, and I think it's going to be Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Okay.
I think, I don't know much about the other categories. I haven't seen them.
Yeah, me too.
I really heard from in and outside our group of friends of Cyberpunk, but I just don't know if that's enough for Sonic, who already had a great first movie, as we know. So,
yep, and very, very popular. This is actually a lot tougher category than I think most people think of.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch all these shows, I think you would be very happy as a video game. If you're a fan of any of these games, I think you'd be very happy of how they handle, especially the Cyberpunk fans. You know, a lot of people didn't think that anime was gonna be that good. It ended up being really good, like reviewed really extremely well. I'm leaning towards Sonic the Hedgehog for my pick, but I think Cyberpunk takes it. I think it might have some recency bias. Because, actually, how long ago was that? It was only a couple months ago, wasn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Correct me down below in but I really think, in a lot of ways, it helped the Cyberpunk name again. You know, even though those characters I don't think exist, they put some of the clothing and stuff from the anime into the game recently to give it a new boost of life and everything. They got a big expansion. I think Edge Runners takes it. I think Cyberpunk Edge Runners takes it. Rollo voted on it last night. It took him 35 minutes to decide. But
And repeated it at least 7 to 8 times. So
love you, Rollo. Fan of the show. All right, let's go to Best Debut Indie. This category is always interested for me, Lou. I know you're not the biggest indie fan, but I do like indie stuff, and it's always, when I look at this category, I always want to kind of pick these games up for the cheap. The ones I haven't played, or hope they get it on Plus or Premium down the line. But, because it's always interesting, and plus Sony's kind of taking steps with, like, I don't want to say AAA, like AA indie games, you know, like Kenna, Sifu, Stray, like that. You know, obviously with a bigger budget. But some of these other ones I heard were pretty good. Neon White, I've seen a lot of people talk about on the Switch. I think it's a Switch only thing.
it's Switch and PC.
PC, okay.
I think it's coming. I think it's coming to PlayStation and Xbox.
Losing another one gone, like Monster Hunter Rise. Wow.
I think that was what the rumor was for his show, but
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Norco, I haven't seen anything of. We played Stray. Tunic, that one actually looks really good. And Vampire Survivors, I think is Xbox exclusive. It's Microsoft exclusive, and I think Phil Spencer put like 200 hours in 1 week or some ridiculous shit in that game. So supposedly that game's really good. Let me know if you got an Xbox down below. I'm gonna go first. What I think is gonna win, and what I want is gonna win. It's gonna be the same. It's Stray. It's the only one I played out of these, and as you're gonna find out, I think Stray may be a little overhyped. It's gonna be in a lot of categories coming up, so I think that's a clear sign that they really favor this game. I platinumed it twice, PS4 and PS5. It was a very fun little game. We'll talk more about Stray, but that's going to be my pick.
I just can't see any other game winning besides Stray. I think Stray wins this. It's nominated for Game of the Year.
Whoa! Spoilers, dude. You act like they announced this 3 weeks ago.
Well, it's the truth, but
You're right. Game of the Year nominee.
It's a Game of the Year nominee. It's in the category. It's considered one of the best games out there. Obviously, I don't think so, but I think it's a very good game.
Shame on
like you said, I'm not really a big fan of indie games, but I did platinum this game twice.
Shame on you.
And I did enjoy.
Randy's favorite game. He told me personally when you left last night that he lost Stray.
I did. I did enjoy playing with a pussy. So.
I knew. So it was there. It was gonna. Yeah, everybody knew it was coming. Everybody knew it was coming.
I was debating whether to say it or not, but you know what? Sometimes I just gotta let it out.
All right, let's go on our second prediction. You know, take a little break from the awards here. Let's go on my second prediction. I think Sega/Atlas is going to have an announcement here. But it's not what anybody is thinking. The Nintendo Switch will lose another exclusive, and Shin Megami Tensei 5 will be ported to the other consoles. No Persona 6, no Yakuza, no other Persona remake or anything. I know everybody wants not the place for it. If Sega and Atlas are here, that will be the announcement. It'll be Shin Megami Tensei 5, formerly a Switch exclusive, going over to PlayStation, PC, Xbox. That's my next prediction.
Well, there's a potential that my predictions are going to be bigger than his show.
Yeah.
So
there's nothing wrong with that, though. I like that.
No. Obviously, it's not. It's just throwing shit out there.
Yep.
And see what sticks, right?
Yep.
So,
which makes I'm
going to say we haven't heard nothing from Xbox in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Gear 6 will be here.
Oh, I mean, jeez, I hope so, man. It feels like it's been an eternity since Gears 5.
We haven't heard anything from Xbox. I don't even know how long. When was the last show? June? Like, they've been quiet.
It's been a long time, man. It's been a long time. I think a lot of the Activision legal mumbo jumbo has kind of caught up in there. I like that prediction. I hope that happens. I had them, like I said, the big three has little to no presence here. I had them re-showing Fable with just another teaser. That's all I had from them.
Okay. I was thinking Fable too, but I think if you show Fable there as Xbox, I feel like that's still a long ways away. Because that did come to my mind as well. But I don't know, like, I think Xbox wants to start showing stuff that are going to be coming soon. Because there's really nothing coming for Xbox.
Yeah, they just announced, the dreaded price increase, right? The $70 that Sony's had for a while.
Yeah.
So, and all the big public, they're like the last one on board to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
But they just announced that, so that's got to be a sign. I hope Microsoft is here. I just got a gut feeling, man, that they might not be. And if it is, I hope it's like a full gameplay trailer of Fable or something. But I just feel like it'll be another teaser at this point. We've heard a lot of trouble with that game, a lot of trouble with a lot of their first-party studios. I hope you're right. I don't want another Hellblade thing. That was the big thing last year was Hellblade, right? Kind of over that. But I like your prediction. Gear 6 would be sick.
I do want to say, like, I think it would be like a dirty second thing. Because obviously, if you're Microsoft, teaser. Right? If you're Microsoft or Sony, I would imagine that you would want to show a premiere game on your own time. And, explain it in depth. So I do think that if they do show anything there, it's going to be something short with a presentation following from Sony or Xbox later on down the road.
Makes a lot of sense, And supposedly, Jeff said the show's a lot smaller this year. He shortened it down, cut out a lot of the fat. To be seen. We'll see. So that makes sense, Quick 20-second, 30-second teaser. Get the people hyped, get them clapping. And then after that, a week or two later, you have your own show. Or in January, you have your own show and you reveal, the full gameplay of it.
Yes.
Best multiplayer game. The nominees are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiverses, which is the fighting game with all, the Looney Tunes, WB, everything in it, like, Batman, everything like that. Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge for best multiplayer game. I'm going to let Lou go first on this one.
Hearing it out loud, first thing I thought about yesterday is, it's clear cut that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and I'm going to stick with that. Yeah. I think it's going to win and be my prediction. They said they sold how many copies of Call of Duty? It was over.
It was a
20.
It was a lot. It was a lot, man.
It was like a lot within the first 3 days. I just looked at this category, and the one that really stood out to me was Modern Warfare 2, Overwatch 2. And then Splatoon 3 being kind of like the dark horse here,
Yeah,
just because of, it's a Nintendo game and you can't rule anything out. But I think Modern Warfare 2, I think this is it. I think they win this hands down.
that's a really good choice. I'm gonna go a little bit different though.
Okay.
My gut is saying Splatoon 3 will win this. The Game Awards really loves Nintendo. They really love Splatoon. I don't know
Yeah.
too much about Splatoon 3. I'm very excited. It's going to probably be on my Christmas list. I want to pick that one up. One of the Nintendo quietly had a monster year, like a very much a monster year in terms of 7, 8, 9 games.
Yeah.
Whole year Nintendo has had an awesome year. The one I would like to win, which makes absolutely no sense and has no chance in hell to win, is obviously Shredder's Revenge, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think it's in the wrong category. It is a fantastic multiplayer game, but doesn't make sense here. I think Splatoon 3 takes this one.
Okay.
All right. Best sports / racing category. Everybody's favorite category, I heard. Everybody.
Mm.
We got F1 2022, FIFA 23, NBA 2K23, Gran Turismo 7, and Ollie Ollie World, which seems super out of place. That seems super out of place.
It's a fill-in spot.
Yeah, to me.
That should be where MLB The Show should be, but...
I feel like the show should get some more love, too. I feel like the show should be on here. What is your... did I let you go first last time? It's my pick?
Yeah, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Okay, cool. I want, and I think will win, is Gran Turismo 7. Sony also quietly had a monster year. Not as many titles as Nintendo, but they've had some big ones. Horizon, Gran Turismo 7, and also, obviously, at the end, God of War, Ragnarok, which is all fantastic. I know there was some problems with GTA. They felt like the money wasn't enough, like the fan base, but they patched a lot of that stuff in. They gave people $1 million plus. I really liked the game. I played 6 hours of it, which is a lot for me in a car game, especially a realistic simulation car game. We had this game day one, and I really enjoyed it. I think Gran Turismo 7 is fantastic. I'm glad GTA's back. I think it takes this one. I think it's pretty obvious. But I'm interested to hear what Lou says.
This is one of those categories where you go, one does not match the other. Unfortunately, I should say fortunately, I think Gran Turismo will win. That's my prediction, and that's what I think will win. Second, I look at this category, and it's just very sad. It's a very... The sports games have, they've not come a long way, but they are just terrible, and they have to be mixed in with racing. I've heard whatever, if you put a good racing game out there, you just beat any of the sports games. So, like 2K, FIFA, unfortunately MLB's not there. I would have picked MLB for this category. But
I think MLB deserved a lot of love, too. It'd be interesting if we're wrong and it's freaking 2K or FIFA, because there is a possibility of those winning. I don't want to make it seem like it's just clear, but for me, I think it's nominated for a few awards. I think Gran Turismo has a good shot here. I think this year isn't going to be as surprising as last year when it comes to the voting. I think the voting was very fun last year because you didn't know what was winning. It was a very just solid year of all around games. This year, there's two big dogs that are clear cut above everybody else. That's probably going to take a lot of hardware. But Gran Turismo, I think it has 3 or 4 nominations. So I think that's a clear sign that it might take home 1. And this seems like if you're going to give it to anything, this would be the category for it. But I don't know.
I don't see Gran Turismo in Well, I don't know the other ones, but the ones that we have written down,
I think it's an
that's a
audio.
good point.
I think it's an audio.
Best audio. Yeah, Gran Turismo's here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
All
take
right.
that, Lou. No question.
I never even heard of Ollie Ollie World until you brought it up. Like
Me
I
either.
looked up
That
that game and I was like, the hell is this?
that's also why this is really fun, because the Game Awards, whether people think about it this way or not, it's a big boost to your video game. The
Yes.
sales are going to go up, and then you get to see a lot of games you fucking never heard of and go, wow, I really like that. Biggest example in 2018 was JJ loved all the Game of the Year. Now we literally have like all the Game of the Year nominees that year, except for Celeste. But he wanted to play Monster Hunter World because it was nominated for Game of the Year. You know,
This is
it puts
this
it
is
in
a
your mind.
this is a category where unfortunately it should be separated
Yeah,
to give racing more depth and give sports games more depth,
I
but
agree. But
give them
unfortunately,
something to make games for.
unfortunately, we're
WWE is
in.
not even on here,
Unfortunately, we're in the
so
minority of that. A lot of people don't care for it. Well, like these people anyway. You know, the hardcore nerds that are voting here don't care about racing. Don't care about sports as much. So,
yeah.
and there was a lot of weak years, to be fair, where there wasn't a lot of racing and there wasn't a lot of quality sports games.
No, you're right, and I get that,
Yeah,
but unfortunately, it's just a sad category.
it will come. I think it will come back around because everything does, right? There was a point in my life in PS3 era where JRPGs were pretty horrible, and there wasn't a lot,
Yeah,
and fighting games weren't very good. And I thought both of those are some of my favorite games, and I thought both of those were gonna die out, like go extinct, because it was the year. It was the not the year. It was the decade of shooters. You know, Gears of War,
yeah,
Halo, Call of Duty. Shooters took took over multiplayer, and I thought fighting games were like kaputs and JRPGs. You look now, fighting games and JRPGs are in a fantastic fucking place, and they're on the rise again. I think it'll be the same for sports and racing down the line.
I don't, I don't have a problem. I think there's a good quality of sports games, whether
Yeah,
you like it or not. I think people are always gonna love and hate sports games, mostly us the fans, because a lot of them feel
yeah,
like they get fairly uncriticized that it's the same game every year,
yes,
and
they do. They do. They do.
obviously it's not. But like I just look at this category and I'm like, okay, well, Ollie Ollie World over 2K and WWE 2K and MLB The Show. I don't
Also,
know.
Also, this F1 game is got to be pretty good because every year it gets nominated. The next one, so whoever makes this game, I don't play this one because it's like really extreme hardcore racing where you're doing like
Yeah.
300 laps and shit. Like I'm not gonna play that. Um, but the quality must be really good because every year it's here.
Yep.
The new one. Let's go to Best Family. The nominees are Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, JJ's favorite, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Sports, Lou's favorite, Splatoon 3. I believe it was my turn last time, so it's your turn this time.
The game that I think will win is Mario and Rabbids, Box of Hope. And I was having a tough time with this or Splatoon 3, to be quite fair, but I feel like that Mario's got to get some love somewhere. The game that I want to win is Kirby and the Forgotten Lands.
Ah!
That game, I literally forgot about that game. I forgot that game
It
even
came out in a weird time. Yeah, it came out in March,
Yeah.
which is usually the most popular time for games, but people, I think, really forgot about Kirby. And this game's good. I want to pick it. It's another one of those ones I want to pick up for Christmas, you know? It's really good. Which one did you think it was going to win? Mario?
Yeah, I think Mario and Rabbids wins this, but my
Another
prediction
really good
is
game.
Kirby.
Also,
So
this is usually the Nintendo category. A lot of people get upset about this one. It's just always the
yes,
Nintendo category. But they they do a really good job with their games. Again, they had a fantastic year. I am leaning towards Splatoon 3 again. But I'm also with you. I kind of want Kirby to win this one. Because it's a really good game. But I feel like the judges are going to lean towards Splatoon. It's a very popular esport and multiplayer game. Whether you know it or not. And I think it is. I don't know how good Splatoon 3 is. Like 2, back in JJ and I used to do Nintendo Tuesdays. That was like our regular thing, man. I loved playing Splatoon online. It was so fun. So I'm excited to get 3. You know, I've been a little slacking on the Nintendo games this year. I've been getting a lot more of been taking a lot of advantage of the Sony sales and premium. I mean, out of the premium, I've been playing so many games off that, like Yakuza 7 and stuff like that. But very good category. I think it's a lot tougher than people think. I mean, it would be funny. It'd be super hilarious if Switch Sports wins this one. That'd be super funny to me. That'd be like the funny pick where it's like, what? Switch Sports? But Mario and Rabbids, it's a really good pick. That's another one a lot of people kind of forgot about. Came out quietly in October.
yep.
All right. This one also has a very strange outlier in it. And it's best fighting game. And it's DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, King of Fighters 15, Multiverses, and Sifu. And that's the big outlier is Sifu. It's very strange because it's an awesome game. Sifu is an excellent game. I'm glad it's getting nominated for stuff. But it's not a fighting game. It has fighting in it. But it's not a fighting game. I believe it's my turn to go, right?
Yes, it is.
What I really want to win is King of Fighters 15. This game came out this year, was quite excellent. SNK came back in a mega way. They put a bigger budget on it, so the money was really, really good on this game. They're continuing to release fighters and DLC for this game. Free updates as well. But I really think they're going to give it to Sifu, man. I think Sifu wins the category. I really think they're going to give it to Sifu. I really believe Sifu's going to win.
My prediction and what I think will win is literally opposite of yours.
Oh, okay.
My prediction, what will win, I think, will be King of Fighters 15. And I think, my prediction is I want Sifu to win this.
Oh, okay, just so we flipped it. Okay, we flipped it. I think Sifu's gonna win, man. I really do think Sifu's gonna win this one.
I looked at this category. I was like, huh, one of them is not like the others.
Yeah, okay. Me too. When the nominees were released, I was scratching my head on this one. I'm like, I don't think they understand what a fighting game is at all.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of really good fighting games here. You know, you could have just left it how it was. We'll do one more category, and then we'll do another prediction. Best role playing game. Elden Ring.
I thought it was funny. Go ahead.
Which one was funny? Go ahead.
I said this category I thought was funny.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Elden Ring. Live, which is a Square Enix game that only came out in Japan, and then they released it finally for the in 30 plus years for the Nintendo Switch, and I think they dubbed over it and everything. So that's kind of cool, very very cool. Pokemon Legends Arceus Triangle Strategy, another Square Enix game that plays similarly to Fire Emblem, but it has its own thing. And Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Which had an excellent year this year for Nintendo. I think it's your pick, actually. Go ahead.
We talked about this category in a party.
Yeah.
And I said, how is Elden Ring in this category? And you said you can customize your character. And I just didn't feel like that this was one that was part of this category, personally speaking.
It is a role-playing game because you level up and then you put points into your character, and then you get new abilities and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just think of it as like a Souls game, not
Yeah.
more of like a best role playing game.
Yeah, but the Souls
Where
games are
I know,
RPGs. Yeah,
I know technically, yes, but I just feel like they're their own category. I'm
yeah.
giving it.
You're right. You're not the only one that think like a lot of people think that way too, and I think a lot of people look at this category and it's like it's a freebie. You're just giving a free trophy to Elden Ring, which I really do believe. I wish Xenoblade would get some love in this category, but unfortunately, I think Elden Ring just takes this one. But go ahead, sorry. I kind of slowed mine.
No, you're good. You're good. I think there's certain categories where you look at it as like, wow, this is a titan in this category.
Yes.
In the field, and I think it's Elden Ring. I think it will win, and I think that's my prediction for this category. And I look at this field, and I'm just like, the Pokemon game came out a little rough. I didn't know what the heck Live was until I looked it up myself.
This one's different. This is the one at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
The Pokemon game. It's the one that plays like Breath of the Wild, and that one actually ran really good. That was a really fun game.
That's right. Yeah, gotcha.
That was really fun. It wasn't the new one. The new one ain't winning shit. No. It's gonna sell a fuck ton. That's all that matters.
Listen, the Pokemon games. It feels like there's a new one like every 3-4 months now.
It does.
So,
I mean, you're right. It is every year we're getting Pokemon.
I don't want to say I grew out of Pokemon, but I stopped playing them when I was young.
Most people do.
And then every year it feels like, whoa, there's a new Pokemon game. Then 3-4 months later, there's another one. Mm-hmm. And it's like,
some sort of spin-off or something they're trying, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think there's a tie. I would like to see Xenoblade like steal some votes or maybe even steal this game award. I'm a big Xenoblade fan. I wasn't able to get 3 because I have the 2 collector's editions right here of 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get the 3rd one, so I was like, fuck. And I'm like, I was hoping they would reprint more. But man, that was a big disaster how they handled that in Nintendo Store. It will be on my Christmas list. I'll be picking it up and be playing the fuck out of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm glad to see it get a lot of love. But I think Elden Ring, I think this is a freebie for Elden Ring. I'd be absolutely shocked if Elden Ring, and it would be really funny if they give it to Live. That'd be really funny.
I literally had to look up this game. I thought that you typoed something.
No,
to be honest,
it's a very old Japanese only game Square made back for like Super Nintendo or NES or something.
Yeah,
and they redid it, and they made it for Switch. It's a Switch exclusive. They've done that quite a bit now. Square Enix and Nintendo have partnered up with a lot of old Square Enix games that were Japanese only, and they're bringing over to Switch. Is really cool. I would hope it would get ported over to some other stuff, but I don't know. I don't know if it will. Time for our next L prediction. I think it's your turn to go first.
All right. So I'm going with. Trying to figure out which one I want to use.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'm going with Alan Wake 2. Release date and trailer is going to be here.
I had the same one. I had Alan Wake 2 full gameplay reveal. The only difference I had, no release date.
Yeah, I think it's about time we start seeing a release date for Alan Wake. It was supposed to come out this year, I think.
Yes, it was. And this game debuted at the Game Awards, but we saw nothing. It was just a time.
Yeah. I hope Remedy's not getting down on. I know they made a statement recently that Alan Wake the remaster didn't do as well as they hoped they did. So I kind of hope they're not getting down on Alan Wake 2 or what they plan on doing going forward.
Yeah, and they just announced they're working on Control 2 at the same time.
Yep. So I've heard that's been in production for a minute, though, Control 2.
Yeah, probably. They've probably been working on it quite a bit. I think you hit the nail on the head, though. I think Alan Wake 2 is going to be here. Because we haven't seen anything. Except for that last trailer reveal at the Game Awards. Literally nothing.
Yeah.
And I think we will. I think we'll get a full gameplay reveal. The only difference between our predictions is I don't think they do a release date. I hope they do. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they do a release date. All right, on to the next ones. Let's do Best Action Adventure, number 9. Best Action Adventure.
Yep.
A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, Tunic. I think it's your turn to go first, or is it my turn to go first?
It's yours.
Okay.
I picked out the ring. The last one.
Yes, you did. All right. What I think and I want to win is going to be the same. I think God of War Ragnarok. I think this is another layup. I think this is a big Titan. Not shitting on any of these games. We did a spoiler cast on Horizon Forbidden West. We really loved it. We enjoyed it. But compared to God of War, in the technical prowess of God of War, Horizon did not meet those expectations. Not technically, not story-wise. God of War Ragnarok, it's hard to believe they outdid themselves from the original 2018 one. But I think this is a layup, Lou. How do you feel?
Yep, this is a layup for me too. I got the same thing. Think it's gonna win, and it's my prediction to win.
Love you,
Second
Derek.
closest here.
Love you, Derek.
Second closest here is Horizon.
Yeah.
And then Stray is laughable.
Now I want straight away. You are a buffoon. You are great. Stray will win.
Best action game, and you really don't do a lot of action. It's
Best action adventure, yeah.
Yeah, best action adventure, but yeah.
But
you get my drift.
We are doing best action game right after. Right here. Best action game: Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Very good action in that game. I think it's Lou's turn to go first. What do you got here?
I think this one was easy for me. My prediction and what I think is going to win is Bayonetta 3 here. That's what I have. Otherwise, everything else is just kind of...
Again, another very solid year for Nintendo. Like, so many 7, 8s, and 9s. I very excited for Bayonetta 3. Also going to be on my Christmas list. To me, I think it dominates this category. I'm in line with Lou. It's what I believe will win, and it's also what I think they will pick to win. I know COD has really good action. Sifu has really good action. Unfortunately, I don't think Neon White and Shredder's Revenge will get much love here in this category. Smaller scale games, obviously so. I think it has to go to Bayo, but it wouldn't shock me if COD took it either. Or even Sifu. I think Sifu might be a darling. Like, Sifu might be a sleeper hit. It's voted for a few awards,
Yeah.
But I do think I'm leaning towards Bayonetta. All right. Innovation of accessibility. Lou's favorite category as he giggles. As Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Return of Monkey Island, Last of Us Part 1, and The Quarry. My turn to pick. I'm very flabbergasted that Last of Us Part 1's on here. I am very much shocked because it's literally the same game from 2009. Don't get me wrong. Sony, Naughty Dog spent a fuck ton of money remaking that game. I hope it sold well. We haven't heard a lot of reports. That could be a big Black Friday and Christmas gift game where it boosts the sales up. Lou and I did a video on it, and it was fun to go back down memory lane and kind of see but they literally didn't touch anything. Like, everything looks so much better than 2009. Like, it looks so good. They spent a lot of money reworking, but literally the same enemy AI and everything, verbatim lines. There was nothing new to it besides smaller details on the workbench, and that was it. There was no prone. There was nothing from 2. No storylines from 2. Nothing. It was just a remake. So it's baffling to me that it's on here. So I think it's, obviously the gaming community and the people at the Game Awards really love Naughty Dog. It's viewed as Sony's best studio. It's viewed as the best studio in the world right now. I just kind of find it it's the only one it's nominated in, but I just find it very shocking to me. I really think, I could be wrong. It could go to Last of Us Part 1, but I'm leaning towards God of War Ragnarok, and I think that's what's gonna win. And it's because Sony does this with all their games now. They do it with God of War. They do it with Horizon, Gran Turismo. The accessibility thing is like a new standard Sony set with Last of Us Part 2, and it's going through all their games now. And there's some actually really cool ass features, like God of War Ragnarok. They had auto pickup, so you didn't have to hit O every 3 seconds to pick up all the materials and just pick it up for you. I had that on. There were so many good accessibility features for God of War Ragnarok. I think it wins this one, but I don't know. What are you thinking?
So, my prediction here is I think God of War wins. But I think you're about to be flabbergasted. I think Last of Us Part 1 takes this award. I think.
Gasp! How dare you?
For whatever reason, this is on here. And I think Last of Us Part 2 won in 2020 this category. I think this spells Naughty Dog award right here. I think this is Naughty Dog's to take.
I'm not gonna disagree. I think you make a lot of good points.
I personally think that this when I saw Last of Us Part 1 here, I rolled my eyes because I was like, not because it's not good or anything.
No, we did a video and we talked about how it was awesome to play again. Like, it was so good. I was just like, how did it even get on here? And the fact that it's on here makes me think that it's favorite. So I'm going with Part 1. I think that will win it. I hope God of War Ragnarok wins it. But I think it should go to God of War. I really do. I think it should. But
no,
you're right.
It should. You should.
Make a lot of great points.
Just laughable to me, but like how you feel, but
I just very shocked. But I get it. Naughty Dog is hype for a lot of people. Let's do another prediction though. It's my turn. I think Tekken 8 will get a full reveal here with characters, gameplay. It was shown off in the Sony State of Play a few months ago. Looked really damn good, but I think we actually see it fully. Like, full gameplay, a small taste of the character roster, maybe 4 to 5 characters. I'm going to say 4. Because I think the roster will be big, but no release date. So I think Tekken 8.
I think we're going to have part of the show. We get Stark, and then somebody comes out on stage with a baby. And it's going to be Norman Reedus. I think Death Stranding 2 comes to the Game Awards.
Yeah. I think they've been hinting at it too long. It'd be funny if it isn't. That it's not Death Stranding 2. Like, they've showed so much. Like, Kojima every day on his Twitter. He's scanning new faces in. Norman Reedus has already leaked the game anyway.
He's talked about the game.
Yep. It'd be really hilarious if this was just like his podcast plug again or something. I'm with you. I do think Death Stranding 2. I didn't write it down because I felt like it was one of the easier ones. Release date, and is it exclusive?
I don't think it's an exclusive, and I don't know when the release date is. I just think they'll talk about it, and then Sony will get in depth. And what I mean by that is, I think this time it's going to be timed exclusive, and then it's going to go to PC.
Okay. So, like they did last time. It'll be time exclusive. Okay.
Yes. So not console. It's gonna be console exclusive to PlayStation, but
Okay. That's why I was asking. I'm like, is it going to be?
that's what I meant. That's yeah. I know that's what you meant, but
Yeah.
technically exclusive now. It's like, is it going to PC as well? And I think
Mhm.
that goes in like in 6 months.
Yep.
So after
That
release.
I literally that's what I was thinking because that's what happened with the first game, like 6 months
Yep.
after it went there. They already said Final Fantasy 16 is going to do the same, and they
Yep.
already said Forspoken's a 2 year exclusive. So Sony has not been um, quiet about this. They've been pretty upfront, telling you, hey, you want to play this now, get it on PlayStation 5. If you want to wait a little bit, you can get it later. But I'm with you. I think it happens. I think this is a give me. I do think this will happen. It'll probably be one of the biggest announcements of the night. But unfortunately, we already knew about it, it seems like. Good one. Good prediction, though. All right. Best community support. This is one of the categories Lou was talking about. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. Always feels the same. What are your
Yep.
choices, Lou?
I think last year No Man's Sky won, right?
I think so, yeah. I think
I
so,
think
yeah.
I think last year No Man's Sky won, and I think last year I picked Fortnite because of the characters
Pathetic.
that continue to
By the
that they
way,
keep what?
I hate to cut you off, but what character got announced for Fortnite?
Oh fuck, I don't know. They just keep adding new ones in there. It feels like every day.
Like a couple days ago, Geralt
SpongeBob.
Rivera, Witcher. He's a
Oh,
sellout.
oh,
He's a sellout.
that actually reminds me. The SpongeBob characters got into Fall Guys.
Yeah, they did, yeah. Like Fall Guys does that too. They do a lot of the skins and stuff. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm going with this is one of those snooze categories.
Mm,
No Man's Sky again. I think No Man's Sky takes it again. So
I think the one I would really like to probably win this is Genshin Impact. Very cool Breath of Wild clone. A lot of great character designs, in my personal opinion, especially those waifus. uh, it's the one I would like to pick, but
I would
oh
have
wait, I'm
picked
sorry,
that
I'm in the
one.
wrong category. Sorry, I'm in the wrong. I jumped a couple categories. Sorry. Best community
Yeah.
sport. I think it's gonna go to Final Fantasy 14. I think it'll go
Okay.
to Final Fantasy 14. What I want to win, probably Final Fantasy 14. There's like really no horse in the race for me in this one. I like Destiny 2. Apex is chill. I played it for a little bit. Final Fantasy 14 is a ongoing monster that just keeps making a lot of money for Square Enix. Fortnite's also a big monster that just makes a lot of fudging money for Epic, the original creators of Gears of War, which is pretty funny. Um, and then No Man's Sky has completely turned around its perception, and it's become an awesome, amazing game. And I would love to get down into it again. You know, I bought that game day one when it came out and played it for quite a bit, and it was really fun. But it's so much more different and a lot better now. Like, they really listened to the community and made a great game and great comeback. But I do think 14 takes the cake in this one. Best indie game. Not indie debut. Best indie game. Cult of Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, and Tunic. Go ahead, Lou. What is your choices?
Well, so like it was a two-man race here between Seafood and Stray.
Yeah,
I think
me too.
I think and what I think will win is the pussy game. Stray.
um, I think you're right. I would like Seafood to win this or Cult of Lamb. Cult of Lamb was a pretty fun game. I saw a lot of people streaming that game. It had a huge boon for a little bit, and I think it got quiet again. So, because a lot of people don't know of that game, I don't know how in tune the judges are. Clearly, I think they really, really like Stray. I think Stray will win this one, but I wouldn't mind if Cult of Lamb or Sifu won this one. I'm glad Sifu's getting a lot of love because that was another kind of like last year, Kenna Bridge of Spirits that Sony got exclusive. Sifu was another indie AA, AAA darling they took, and was smart, really, really smart. Let's do another prediction.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right. I'm gonna say what's gonna be here is Destiny 3.
Oh.
I think it's about time we have a Destiny 3. Now, I think it's gonna be one of those things where it might come out winter 2023.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it might be a early 2024 game. But I think they're gonna be here, and I think they're going to show something, get you a little excited that it's coming, and put Destiny 2 finally to bed.
Would you get back in?
Destiny 3?
Yeah, if Destiny 3 was like announced.
Yeah, I get back in.
Okay.
It's been years since I played, but yeah, I definitely get back in.
Well,
and when I downloaded the game, it was like, holy shit, there's so much that's changed.
Yeah, and plus, we're platinum wars. Once we platinum some, we kind of move on sometimes, unfortunately. I really do like multiplayer games, and I love playing multiplayer games with my homies, you know, the GG and friends. But I really do love these single-player games, and that's why I play. I play a lot of JRPGs. I played a shit ton of JRPGs this year. My next prediction has a little bit to do contradicting myself a little bit. I mentioned that the big three would have very little presence or no presence at all. I just mentioned Sony would just have that Twisted Metal show. That was it. But if they have anything more, I think Horizon Forbidden West gets its DLC announced here. But also, Horizon Forbidden West takes home 0 awards. I think it goes home empty-handed.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's in the category with another 2 Titans again.
Yep. And very good game. Again, not shitting on Horizon. Very, very good game. Very excellent game. Fun adventure with Aloy. Love the new dinosaur robots. Love the new weapons. Short bow was my favorite. A lot to do in that game. But just not there yet. Guerrilla, if they could tighten some things up for 3, some story things, like tighten it up a little bit and tighten up some of the gameplay stuff, which I do think they were improved on from 1, but just not enough yet. Not enough yet to... Because I think Horizon... I really believe Horizon can be up there with God of War and Elden Ring. But this one isn't, though. Part 2... did not make that cut right now.
Hopefully part 3 will.
I think part 3 can do it. I really believe. I like Guerrilla. I like what they did. And I'm excited to see their other games they're making. You know, they got a lot of stuff going on over there. So all Sony studios do. So I'm interested to see. But that's kind of my prediction. I think we will get a DLC for Horizon. But unfortunately, it takes no rewards. All right.
Okay.
All right, we are in best ongoing game, right?
Yep.
Apex Legends, Destiny 2, FIFA 4... I said FIFA. Final Fantasy 14. Not FIFA 14. Fortnite and Genshin Impact. Is it my turn?
That would be a really good ongoing game, FIFA 14.
That would be hilarious. I bet some guy out there is only playing FIFA 14 right now on PS2.
Yeah. I think it's mine. Okay. Yeah, it's mine. No, it's your turn.
My turn? All right, so I spoiled this. I jumped the gun. I'm going for the waifus in Genshin. It's the one I want to win, but what I think will actually win will be Final Fantasy 14 again. I think it'll take it home.
I'm going with Prandy's game here. That's my prediction. What I think will win will be Genshin Impact.
Yep.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 14. I think it won this award last year again.
You
But
might be right. It was either that or Destiny 2.
no lie, like the last three that we did, um, the best ongoing community support. Well, last two, I should say.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been the same categories and just same games here.
Yeah.
And
But don't
to
worry,
me,
Lou. Sony's investing in 10 other mega massive multiplayer games, so maybe something changes. One of
oh
these years.
god,
One of these years.
maybe.
But you're right.
But
It's literally kind of been the same, but I think that that's a bad thing as much as it for boring reasons, but it's also a good thing to show that these games are still kicking and making a lot of money and adding and developing um, newer
I
content
guess
for their experience, you know?
I guess people just don't play Elder Scrolls Online anymore.
I think one year it was nominated before. I don't remember what I thought they dropped a new DLC for it recently.
They do, yeah.
I think people still play that game. That game's very popular.
I
But
got a buddy. I got a buddy on my friends list who's put like 20 hours in that game between PS4 and PS5 version.
you
I
mean
think that's crazy.
you mean like 2,000 hours?
No, I mean like 20,000 hours.
Okay. Well, you said 20. You just said 20.
Yeah, yeah. But
Like, oh, that's
like, I
not a
think
lot.
the PS,
That's nothing.
I think I think for the PS4, and then I don't want to say his name, but I think he put around 11, and then because I was looking
Wow.
at it last night, and then the PS5 he's almost at like 4, so it's like 15, and I
That's
kind
a
of
lot. That's a lot,
yeah,
man. People
yeah,
love
it is.
that game, man. I think Elder Scrolls. It's gonna be the Elder Scrolls for a while because 6 ain't coming out anytime soon. It's gonna be a long time.
Yep.
This one's a tough category. This is one of the biggest categories of the night, I would say. Best performance. Ashley Birch, Horizon Forbidden West. She's Aloy. Charlotte McBurney, Plague Tale's Requiem. She's the main female character. I wanted to play Plague Tale this year, JJ Platinum it. I can't tell you too much about the character development. Good to see that the sequel got a lot of love here. It got nominated for a couple things. Christopher Judge, God of War Ragnarok. He's Kratos. Everybody knows that. I think it's Mon Gage. I don't know how to actually say her name, but for Immortality. Immortality, which is, I think, an Xbox exclusive game. I didn't know about that. I haven't heard. This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah.
And it looks very interesting. If I had a Series X, I'd probably be playing this one, giving it a shot. Maybe it comes over. But Immortality got some love too later on, you're about to see. And then Sonny Soljic, he is Atreus for God of War Ragnarok. I think it's your turn, Lou.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Who do you want to win, and who do you think is going to win?
I want Christopher Judge to win, but I think Ashley Birch is going to win.
So my prediction will be wrong.
Yeah, I feel like Ashley Birch is that's at that time for Horizon, and in particular, I felt that they were very much talking about her and her performance very highly, and I think that I personally think that she might be the favorite. Yeah, she did do a good job, but I think she might be favored to win this one.
Okay,
I think Judge gets snubbed, but I want him to win. So.
I think Christopher Judge wins this award.
Okay.
I think this is hands down his award. I think he outclasses everybody here. Can't speak of Immortality. I think Sonny did a great job. I think Ashley Birch did a great job. I'm sure that Plague Tale game did a great job. And Immortality. But I think this is his award to lose. I think who's going to win is Christopher Judge, and that's who I want to win as well. I think this is his award. He didn't get it in 2018. Lost to Arthur Morgan. I think there's redemption, and he will get some of that recency bias Again, God of War Ragnarok's fresh in a lot of people's minds, especially the reviewers that are the judges for the Game Awards for this game. I think God of War, Christopher Judge, Kratos himself, the new Kratos, the new Kratos, he takes this one, hands down, I think.
Okay.
I think this is a layup. Best audio design. This is going to be an interesting one. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West. I believe it's my turn.
Yep.
Audio design is very interesting. It's like how the lasers sound, guns, animals, the swinging of the axe. We play with a 3D audio headset all the time, Sony's 3D audio headset. And games sound magnificent. The engine revving in Gran Turismo sounds magnificent. I think this is a big time tough category for the two Titans, actually. Because I don't think people think of God of War and Elden Ring for audio. I kind of am leaning upset. I think Gran Turismo 7.
Wow.
Or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 win this one. That's who I would want to win. Sorry, that's who I want to win. But I think they might go Ragnarok.
Yeah, I looked at this category and I'm like, there's a lot of audio design into COD.
Yes.
They do a lot. I mean, a lot. It's not one of those copy and paste mechanisms of, the shotgun sounds like a pistol or whatever.
Yep.
They do a lot. And I just feel like the two Titans are here. And I think that the two Titans are going to be very much so in a lot of categories to win a lot of awards.
Mm-hmm.
Gran Turismo in itself, I mean, they worked really hard on some of the noises.
The engines, the headlights, the tires squeaking, yeah.
Everything.
But so did
Horizon,
Elden Ring and God of War. Like the monster designs, the swinging of the weapons, I just don't think people think about that. But you are right, though. I think the two Titans could win.
And Horizon. This was a tough category too. There's no sleeper one here. This is one that's gonna get fucked.
The dinosaurs sound great. Like they sound so like the laser beams and everything. The swinging of her spear, the new gadgets she's got. The blowing of the wind. Like it's a tougher category than I think most people are thinking. And most of and I mean that as in the casual fan. The hardcore might know, but the casual fan, I think, is just thinking God of War and Elden Ring. But I think they might go in a different direction. But I did say I think they'll give it to Ragnarok.
My prediction is, I think COD wins this, and I think what will actually win this is Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring does take this because it is such a big atmospheric games with a lot of different sounds.
Yes.
And they work just as hard as everyone here. And I think COD and Gran Turismo are 1 and 2 in terms of how much effort they put into the audio. But I really do believe that COD is my prediction here. I think they do a lot. If you watch exactly how much effort they put into the audio design in a lot of these games.
Very meticulous. It's a lot of hard work. So I'm glad they have categories like this because a lot of people whatever, fuck that, right? But it's good for because again, for us, this isn't for us. This is for them. This is for the people in the gaming industry that bust their ass making these games to get a little credit, to be recognized a little bit. I know everybody has their favorites that want to win and stuff like that, especially everybody just rewinds the game of the year. Skits everything up. Wait till the show's over, just goes right to the game of the year, right? But this is really good for them to get, a little bit of love. And And it's amazing what they do, man. The sound engineering in Call of Duty and Gran Turismo, it's like another level. But not to sleep on the big three either, you know, Elden Ring, Horizon, and God of War. They do put a lot of effort, man, in those games. It's not.
This is one of the toughest categories, I would say.
I think so too. Let's do a new prediction, though. Let's go back to. I think it's my turn, or is it your turn?
I think it's your turn.
All right. Hold on to your butts, everybody. Megaton. The Metal Gear Solid remake is real.
Whoa. Whoa.
But it's not made by Sony. It's made by Konami, and it's exclusive for a year on Sony console.
Where does it go after a year?
Everywhere. PC and Microsoft.
Okay.
And
okay.
Switch. No Switch.
All right.
You know?
I really thought you would say this one, but you kind of spoiled it that you wasn't gonna say it. So I was kind of leaving this for you to say. This was like I figured that this would be your thing.
Yeah.
I'm going here. I think Persona 6 will be shown here.
Oh my God.
I think Persona 6 will be shown here.
Don't
it's
you steal my heart. You watch your mouth.
I listen, I understand. And somewhere down wherever he is, Brandy just got his ears wrong. Because he heard Persona.
He just woke up from his nap right now.
Yeah, and he's about to eat his hot dogs or whatever he's about to eat for dinner.
Shout out to Brandy, friend of the show.
Yeah. So, Persona 6, thought this would be one of the first things you would say. I left it to one of the last ones here, just in case you didn't say it.
Yeah. My Sega Atlas announcement was just the SMT5, because I think it's not the time yet.
Okay.
For P6. I think they really want, because Persona 3 and 4 haven't come out yet. They're coming out in January. I think they want people to play those a little bit first. I don't think they're ready. The Persona anniversary was this year, and they basically did nothing. They originally had like 8 things outlined, and they're like, okay, we can't show nothing, so we got to close. And a lot of it was remakes, Persona 4 Arena, P3 and 4 remake. But we did get a new game from Atlas, and that was Soul Hackers 2.
Yeah.
But I think the SMT port, that's the only reason I didn't put it on. I would love, and it could happen. You never know. It could happen. Maybe they're thinking, fuck it, we're going to do it right now, right? I just really feel like it's not time yet. To me, if you really paid attention to the Persona anniversary and seen what was going on, they're clearly not ready to show anything yet. There's something that it's not time yet. But hopefully next year it is. And hopefully, you know what? F it. I hope it happens now. I hope it happens at the Game Awards. I got the gut feeling if Sega and Atlas are going to be there, it's not going to be Yakuza, it's not going to be Persona, it's going to be SMT5 port to all the other consoles. So Switch.
I think that's a pretty safe. I would say that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
But I think it is coming, but I don't know. But for Persona 6, like, what would be big for Jeff to get him to show?
Huge.
So
that would be big. I hope it's not all Death Stranding, though. I hope that's not just his biggest get. And I feel like that might be. He might have one or two more surprises, because every year he's had 1 or 2 big announcements that are like, oh, okay, cool. I wasn't expecting that. A couple years ago was Mass Effect 4 or 5 or whatever they're gonna call it.
Yeah, I was debating with Death Stranding here.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that if it's gonna be revealed, it's gonna be revealed here. I think it's a safe bet. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think it is going to be here, though. I think that's a good one to pick. I think Death Stranding. If you really had to bet money, I think your chances are high that it gets announced here. Especially since him and Jeff Keighley and Kojima are lovers, Bud Light. But no, they're really good buddies. They're like best buddies. They hang out all the time. And I love Kojima. I know a lot of people hate Kojima. I think he's overrated and pompous and shit. But he seems like a really nice guy to me. He just really loves movies. And he makes a lot of his games like movies. A lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
Let's go back. We had a tough one. Couple tough ones with performance and audio design. It's only going to get tougher from here, folks. Best score in music: A Plague Tale: Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War: Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I believe it's your turn, Lou.
I think my prediction is Xenoblade.
Ooh.
But I feel like for whatever reason, God of War wins this. For whatever reason, I feel like God of War, for whatever I just didn't think that this was a category for God of War.
Yeah.
And if it's here for a reason. That's always my, I guess you would say how I think. It's like, well, I look at it and say, well, this doesn't match up with this. And if it's here for a reason.
Yeah.
God of War will win. I hope Xenoblade does.
I'm kind of with you on here. I feel like this is another category where the two Titans could get outmatched because I don't think people pay attention enough to the music and the score and the audio design of both those games, of Elden Ring and God of War. It would be hella awesome to see Xenoblade win this one. But I'm with you. I think God of War might take this one. God of War has the most nominations out of everybody. Has 10. Elden Ring has 7. So it even outclasses Elden Ring in that regard. You make great point that it's here for a reason. I don't know. They could cancel each other out. And it goes to something else. I think Metal Hellsinger was purposely put here because that game is literally, that's what it's all about, is the music.
Yes.
You're literally slaying demons and music, hard, heavy metal is just playing throughout what is going on. It's kind of like their version of Doom. But it's still very different. It's a very unique game. I don't think it wins, though. I really do think it might go to one of the big two. One of the big two. Xenoblade would be awesome. But I think a lot of people are going to overlook it as well.
We got a breaking news right now.
Oh.
Baseball breaking news. Mitch Haniger is going to the San Francisco Giants. 3-year deal.
Okay. I was not expecting that. I saw Josh Bell just signed with White Sox? Or no, Guardians, right?
He signed with the Guardians. It's going to be a 3-year deal, $43 million. Wow. Includes an opt-out after year 2.
Interesting. I really felt like he would be a Dodger or an Angel. I really thought they would scoop him up.
Yep.
Good signing by them, though. Good signing by San Fran.
It's just the beginning of what's to come for the Giants.
I'm interested to see, man. I wouldn't necessarily rule out them taking for the Judge, taking them out of Judge. Mm-hmm. They offered him $360 million, right? That's a lot of money. Interesting to see.
Remember, too, they said they can afford 2 and 3 stars here.
Yes.
And Carlos Bodega, the guy that broke the Justin Verlander thing, is predicting that Correa is going to the Giants. Yeah. So that doesn't necessarily mean they're out on Judge. Yeah. They got a lot of money to spend. So we'll see.
It'll be interesting. All right. Best art direction. Elden Ring, God of War, Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray. Is it my pick?
Yes.
I think this is a clear category for the big two. Again, though, I don't think people think of God of War that way, but people think of Elden Ring that way. Especially with their grotesque art style of monsters and landscapes and haunting visuals. I think Elden Ring wins this one. Also, kind of the one I want to. I wouldn't be upset with, God of War or Horizon winning this one, because the the art direction in those games are really good. This art direction and scoring is sick. If you like Alien and H.R. Geiger, that is a sick looking game, because it just looks like H.R. Geiger's work. Stray, I feel like, is in here for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't think it has a chance to win. I do like.
It's a fill-in spot. I think.
I want to say I do like the robot designs in that game. Like, the robot designs are really cool looking in Stray. But I don't know. I feel like they're they really love Stray. Like, you can clearly tell they love fucking Stray. Like, Stray is coming up in almost all the next ones. What's your pick, my friend?
I have for best art design. I think my prediction and what I think will win is Elden Ring here. I think they put in a lot of effort. I think God of War's second here.
Yeah.
But I think they really put in a lot of effort to their world. I think this is a category for Elden Ring. I think it takes it here.
Okay. Let's go on to another prediction. I believe it's my turn, right?
Yep.
Diablo 4 will be shown with a new character and release date for 2023.
Okay. I'm going to go... I was questioning whether I want to do this here, but you know what? I'm just gonna throw this out. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 is shown again. Now,
that'd be big. That'd be huge for Jeff to get. That'd be a big one.
Now, will there be gameplay? I don't want to. I think there was gameplay, right? In that little 10-minute
they showed
thing.
them walking for sure. It was definitely an engine.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna see something very little. There's rumors out there that 16 will be there.
Yeah,
right?
That's a given. I think 16 with the release date is 100% going to be there.
Yeah, I think they show Final Fantasy as well because it's supposed to be coming out the same year, 16 and Part 2, right? That's what they said.
Supposedly, yeah, like summer and then winter.
Yeah, I personally think it's going to get pushed back to 2024.
Me too.
But if they do plan on showing, which would be the year of Final Fantasy and Square Enix.
Yeah, what?
If they do plan on actually having it wintertime, I think you kind of want to start setting in the seeds early. And I think this is as early as it can get.
Yeah.
So
literally right before the new year. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. We're getting to our final three, and then we're gonna do all the other predictions. I still got a few left, and
yeah, I got a couple as well.
But best narrative: A Plague Tale: Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War: Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality. What? Don't laugh at me! Don't laugh!
I don't know why you said it that way, but all right.
Go. What's your pick, Lou? What do you think?
What I think will win. My prediction here is God of War. I think this is God of War's category to win. I think the narrative speaks for itself. I like Elden Ring. I respect Elden Ring, but I kind of think the way that God of War is set up is a lot more information is out there for the gamer right away. Whereas like there's a lot of people like finding things and reading things, and that's cool. And I understand this is not the casual award, but I think God of War wins this because I think it's the best narratives explained.
I am with you 100%. I think God of War will take this one just because exactly what you said. I think a lot of people overlook lore-based type games like Elden Ring. They're not gonna. It does have a linear narrative, but people really love linear narrative games, and that's what God of War and Sony is to a T, where they buckle you up and they take you on a ride, and people really love that. People really, really enjoy games like that, and I think this goes to God of War. I think it's better than Horizon's narrative.
Mm-hmm.
And Plague Tale, I don't know. Immortality, I don't know. Haven't played those two. But I think it's the big dog on this one. I think Elden Ring has a very good story, a very dark, haunting story, but it's really up to you to find it or use the internet. But but I feel like the Sony exclusives, this is really their cup of tea. This is where they set themselves apart many, many years ago at the end of the PS3 life cycle. And actually, even before that, midway through with Uncharted 2, that's where I think Sony set themselves apart because they really value that linear storytelling type game. Yet they also can do it in a big world like Horizon and do it well. Do it really, really well. God of War semi-open. It's mostly a linear-based game. Excellent, excellent story. Lou and I did a spoiler cast. Go check it out. Go smash the like button on that one. Show some love to that one. You guys already did, but do it again. Just do it again. Best game direction. Elden Ring. God of War Ragnarok. Horizon Forbidden West. Immortality. Stray. I think the clear winner here is Stray. And I would bet $400 million on Stray taking it. No. This is a tough one. Because game direction doesn't always mean narrative.
Yes.
It's whether how combat scenarios go, how the landscape goes, how some side quests go, how this one is literally like the next one, in my personal opinion, a flip of the coin. It's Elden Ring or God of War. I don't think the others have a chance in this category. I could be wrong. Maybe Immortality surprises people.
Maybe. The disrespect for Stray. Gosh.
I said I'd bet $400 million. Again, I don't want to hate on Stray, and I don't like saying things are overrated and stuff. But I do think Stray's getting maybe a little too much flowers, a little too much love. You know, like, it's a great game. It's fantastic. I don't want to take away from that studio. They did a great job, but I just don't think it's the caliber of Elden Ring or God of War.
You just broke a lot of PC gamers' hearts.
I probably did.
And you also probably made some of them very angry as well.
I know my consequences. I played God of War. Did you not play God of War? I know the consequences of what I did. Okay, I'm living with it. It's between those two. I want one of those two to win it, but I'm not gonna pick it. It's one of those two. It's whatever. Flip a coin. What's your pick?
Yeah, so we talked about this category last year.
Yeah.
And I misunderstood what the direction of this category and what it actually meant in the gaming awards. So I'm gonna go with what I think this category is, and then what they say what the category is, and I'm gonna come up with my prediction and what I think will win. Personally, I want God of War to win this, but I feel like they're going to say this is the end of a mythology, and this is the beginning of a cycle for Elden Ring, and I think that's why Elden Ring wins this. Because everything that you said also fits Elden Ring more than God of War, I would say. And I just think this is like Elden Ring's to win. Like I look at Elden Ring and some of these categories, and I think they can win a lot of awards.
Yeah.
And I think this one just fits Elden Ring, but I want God of War to win.
Breaking news, guys. God of War and Elden Ring are going to win a fuck ton of awards. I know it's very similar to 2018, so it might be a boring award show for you guys. I just think these two games are a cut above. I put 126 hours in Elden Ring. I platinum Ragnarok, put 50, 60 hours in. Both are a fantastic journey and an adventure.
We should probably start off the show with your first statement. Breaking news: God of War and Elden Ring are just going to be in shit ton of awards, and they're going to win a lot.
You got to reel them in a little bit. You got to reel them in a little bit. But they are.
Started to the audience.
They're gonna. Yeah. Sorry, I apologize. They definitely are. They're gonna win a lot. They're gonna battle each other a lot. They might share. They might have an even count at the end of the day. They both might just win 5. You know, they might win. Both might win 4. But they're gonna win a lot. They're gonna take home a lot of awards, and it's not because all the other games suck and are stupid or anything like that. It's because these two are really good, man. I mean, it's just a fantastic year for these two games. You know, I don't think a lot of people thought Elden Ring would have such a big swirl of casual gamers playing it and selling a F ton. They literally have made over $1,000% more than they ever thought they would make on this game. So Bandai Namco, it's rolling in the money right now. So hopefully they use that money wisely and add to some other games and other projects and maybe make a new engine for the Souls games, because that's the one thing that Sony has above everybody is that their games look very top quality. I mean, it is very beautiful. And Elden Ring, you know, it had some problems in the beginning, but it got quickly fixed, you know, patched. But Demon Souls Remake looks better than it. You know, not to take anything away from Elden Ring, because it is a fantastic experience. It had me hooked. I was, you know, playing in the party like 6-7 hours a night with that game, and it was just really good. Still is. Yeah. Still fantastic experience. The big one, before we do our final predictions. Game of the year. A Plague Tale Requiem. Elden Ring. God of War Ragnarok. Horizon Forbidden West. Stray. Stop living! It is the greatest game on the planet. Stray. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Big nomination here. Awesome. Before we even do our picks, Lou, was there any snubs for this category? Do you feel like last year I really felt like Tales of Arise should have been nominated for Game of the Year? Not necessarily win it, but I feel like that game was really, really snubbed. What do you think about this year? Was there any particular game that you would take out of here and put something else in?
God, you just kind of like laid it up for me. The game that I would take out of here would probably be Stray, and then probably would put a stick in its place. No. I don't know what I would. Maybe Gran Turismo 7. I'm trying to honestly think. Maybe it was Xenoblade's there. Bayonetta.
That was the one I was gonna pick.
I'm trying to think exactly, because, you know, Nintendo had a lot of games that came out this year.
A lot. I mean, a lot of really good quality games. Kirby, Xenoblade, Fire Emblem New Hopes, both Pokemon games, Splatoon 3, you know, Bayonetta.
I'm still shocked that Stray is here.
Yeah,
I think it's just fucking hilarious, and if it wins here over the two Titans, I'm just gonna shit myself. If it wins here,
well, you better wear your Depends, sir. If
it wins, if Stray wins, I think it'll be like everybody would be.
Yeah, I think we are. What?
Yeah.
I would take Stray out of here as well. I think Stray got a lot of flowers this year. It was the darling that people really wanted to have. And I would put Bayonetta 3. I know Bayonetta 3 didn't get nominated for a lot, but I think Bayo or another Nintendo game here, Kirby, one of those I think deserved to probably be here and probably got overlooked quite a bit. Again, not to take anything from Stray and the developers or anything like that. It was a massive hit for Sony. Sony was very smart to put it on the premium service. If you got PlayStation Extra or Premium, you got that game day one. And that's how we played it, and that's how we discovered it and enjoyed it. Enjoyed the hell out of it. But I would probably personally, I'm a little biased. I really like action games. I'm a big fan of Bayonetta and Hideki Kamiya. And what he's done on the Switch, Astral Chain is a fantastic action game over there. I would put Bayonetta 3. I would put Bayonetta 3 over Stray.
Yeah.
But I think it's your turn, right?
Yep.
What
the game that
is the game of the year? Go. Tribal Chief.
The game I want to win is God of War, hands down. No hate on Elden Ring, but I think Elden Ring's gonna win. This is Elden Ring's award to lose. I've said it since February, and I still think that.
Okay.
I want God of War to win. Elden Ring is the favorite here. I'm dying on that hill.
It's very rare that I have to call out a beloved friend and a cousin. But I'm going to say it, and earmuffs, kiddos. JJ and Lou are sissy boys. They have no testicular fortitude. No belief, no hope in God of War. They just gave up. They gave up. It's literally like the last category. It's either Elden Ring or God of War. It's a flip of a coin. I really don't know. I really said it since February. Since our very first spoiler cast of Horizon. And all our spoiler casts after that. Ragnarok really has a shot. And I really believe it. I think it's very fucking close. I mean, it is close. It's going to be 49-51. And again, it's a flip of a coin. It's just whoever gets that extra vote. I don't think Horizon, Stray, or Xenoblade. I think they get their flowers, unfortunately. I think we had Xenoblade not winning anything. Or maybe one thing. Only had 3 nods. Very happy that a JRPG got nominated for Game of the Year again. Tales of Arise last year should have been the JRPG on there, and there was none. But it's whoever. I really don't have a horse in the race. They're both fantastic experiences. If you like lore-based open world games, or you like linear semi-open world games, it's just whatever you like. They're both fantastic, and which one ever wins, it's not going to stop them. They're both going to win a way more Game of the Year awards than many other shows and shows and websites. That's why I was looking for, websites.
Yeah.
They're going to get their due. Don't get me wrong. Elden Ring, God of War absolutely deserve so many Game of the Year awards. And so do these others, right? I think they'll get some too. But flip the coin. Flip the coin. I don't really have a horse in the race. I don't hate these games. 2018, I had a horse in the race because I really felt like Red Dead Redemption 2 was absolutely masterful, but I just felt God of War was better. I don't have that same opinion with Elden Ring. It's like it's 2 superstar players, and you just happen to have them on the same team. That's just kind of how I feel.
It's God of War went against a Titan that at the time I felt was favorable to win.
Yeah,
I really thought that Red Dead Redemption was. I mean, it was a Titan. It's the same thing again. I just don't know if it could survive the Souls lore and the Souls fan base. I think Souls is tied into a lot of skill.
Mm-hmm.
So
God of War
and
has a lot too, dude. Like, you play that in a hard difficulty, man.
I get what you're saying,
It has some skill to it, but you're right.
but it's not the
The
skill of like an Elden Ring or
Yeah,
like a Souls game, I should say.
no, you're
And
right.
I
You're
think
right.
that's gonna weigh heavy on people's minds. My theory about genres
Mm-hmm.
and what's skilled and what's not skilled, and people that think that if you're good at this genre, like if you're good at Souls games, that
Yeah,
you're the best gamer. You know my theory on that,
yeah.
and I'm not gonna explain it,
Uh,
but
I really think people really get invested in this award. I think it's just a nice celebration for gaming and us fans. Kudos to all the studios. I know it's gonna be a shock. A thing about Elden Ring, I think that what really helped it from most Souls games and why it sold a fuck ton
mhm.
was that it had a more casual experience. You literally could play and make your character any way you want, and you could play in so many different ways. There's so many different weapons. There's so many different magic. There's so many different customization. There's so much to do, and literally, you can go anywhere you want from beginning to end. Like, it's just an open world. You roam and you just figure it out. They hold your hand for a very, very minuscule minute, and then they send you off to the world, and you figure shit out. And I think that's what really helped this Souls game, because the Souls games are usually not open. They're very semi-open world. They very much like God of War. This was a open world, massive game that had so much to it, and I think that really helped it sell well because so many people gave it a shot because there was so much to do and so different. Some people, they played it for a little bit, moved on, maybe not get the depths of the story and lore that I did, where I really love Ronnie the Witch storyline. I think that's one of the best stories up there. I think it's really well done, but it's, really up to you to figure it out, right? Or use the internet.
So what was your pick? You said that you don't have a horse in this race.
No, I know. It's either Elden Ring or God of War. It's just
You can't. What is your pick?
Stray.
You you can't. You can't puss out. We came all the way
I
over
picked
here.
Stray.
Stray is not a legitimate answer.
No, that's wrong. Wrong. Bad Blue. Bad Blue.
You cannot puss out. We did this show for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have your pick.
It is.
What is it?
It is Stray. From the bottom of my heart, Stray is the number one victor.
Oh boy.
Or Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Is that your real pick?
I'm picking Stray.
Oh my god. Just trying to satisfy Rollo. You can't do this. You have to pick one. You played both. You put hours in Elden Ring. You've platinum God of War. You have to pick one.
Lou, it's my show.
If you're not gonna say what you think's gonna win, at least pick one that you want to win.
I want both to win. I really like both. I think if you really had to put a gun to my head, I'm gonna lean towards God of War.
Okay.
I really think God of War really has a legit shot, but it easily can go to Elden Ring. Again, 51-49. It's gonna be one vote. One vote tiebreaker, really. I don't know, or it might just go all to Elden Ring. I don't know. But I feel like God of War really has a chance, man. My gut is telling me God of War really can win this thing, and I've been saying it since February.
Okay.
God of War has a legit shot, but I could easily see Elden Ring winning this, hands down, too. And I'm not going to be mad either way. I think they're both fantastic. And my actual pick is Stray. So accept it right now. Acknowledge it right now, Lou.
There's no way that you would pick Stray. I don't believe you.
All right, we got a couple more predictions.
Was more believable.
we got a couple more predictions to go, and then we're gonna end it. And I want to know your guys' picks for Game of the Year, everything, the whole list. I appreciate every single one of you saying hi. It's quite a bit of you in chat saying what's up. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Lou and I had a really good time. It's one of my favorite shows to do. I always, but a couple more I have. I'm gonna go first. I mentioned that the big three might have little presence here, and I feel like Nintendo's gonna have another Mario movie trailer here, like another sneak peek of the scene or something that they show for like a minute, maybe 30 seconds. I think they're gonna show a scene of the Mario. If they don't, and they have actually some announcements, because I think it's too. I don't think we're gonna get Odyssey 2. I don't think we're gonna get the next Mario game yet. Again, across the board, they had a fantastic. Every month was pretty much a new game they had for you to buy. Almost every single month. Not every month, but almost every single month. They had a very fantastic gaming year of 7, 8s, and 9s. Like, really big time. I'm going to say we get Xenoblade Chronicles 3's first DLC unveiled.
Ooh.
Unveiled here. There's a season pass already, so that tells me the season, there's going to have DLC. So I think we get the unveiling of what the DLC is. The first part, whatever it's going to be. What's your next one?
Mine, I had... it's been floating around, and I think they confirmed it. Ubisoft, if I remember correctly. Splinter Cell Remake trailer, I think, is over here at the Game Awards.
Oh, wow, okay.
Have we heard anything from Ubisoft besides Assassin's Creed?
No, they've been very quiet, man.
Yep. So either they're being sold or they're gonna release the game soon.
That could be a real thing, though. I mean, that's actually a thing. I actually had a Ubisoft one too, but mine was the next Far Cry. Might be a little too soon.
Okay.
I think the next Far Cry from Ubisoft gets unveiled. Or that Splinter Cell announcement you just said is going to be a mobile phone game.
There was, I was debating whether I wanted to put this on here, but I'm actually going to say it.
Yeah.
And I'm not exactly sure which it is. But I will say that here, Sony announces they buy a studio.
Okay, that's a good one. You have a studio?
I don't know exactly. I've been debating, but I don't think it's going to be a big one.
Okay.
I think it's going to be one of them smaller ones, but yes, I believe that's...
They could become big studios.
Do you remember a couple of years ago, I think it was at the award show, they bought that small studio.
Yeah.
Yep. We got some breaking news. Another MLB signing. Taiwan Walker is going to the Philadelphia Phillies.
Wow.
4-year deal, apparently.
Okay. I think this is a give me. I wrote it down anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We get to see Elden Ring's first big DLC.
Okay.
All the Souls games get DLC. I think the only one that didn't was Sekiro. But I think Elden Ring, like Dark Souls 3 got 3, Bloodborne got 1, Dark Souls 1 and 2 got a couple. I think we get 2, but they're massive. They're big. They're like 40 hours each. But we only see the first one here. We see the first big DLC of Elden Ring unveiled here at the game.
That's a good choice there. That's a good pick.
You got any more?
Yeah, I got one more.
I got a couple more after. Some of the give me's that people
actually I got 2 more.
Okay.
I think that AEW's Fight Forever is going to be here.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be big for them.
Yeah, with a release date and a little bit more of like an in-depth trailer. Probably the new cover that they showed now that CM Punk is gone. So I think they're going to be here. There's a lot of stuff that's been coming out lately for that game. So like characters going to be included after launch.
Yes, yeah.
So I think that this would be big for them if they were to come here.
It'd
And
be
you never know,
huge.
you might see like Kenny Omega come out
Yeah,
and
that'd be cool.
talk about the game.
That'd be really cool. I think that's a possibility. Some of the gimme rumors that have been floating around, obviously Final Fantasy 16 release date, Jedi Survivor release date, which leaked already, right?
Yep.
But I think that's still happening. It doesn't matter if it leaked or not. I think they'll still do a Jedi Survivor trailer there or something. I think obviously this was one of his first announcements. I think Joseph Ferris is going to be there, and he's going to have his new game to unveil. I don't know what it is because he has a very creative mind. It Takes Two was one of our favorite games last year on the pod, and it won Game of the Year. It wasn't my personal game of the year. My personal game of the year was Tales of Arise, but that didn't get nominated. But It Takes Two, I played it 3 times. Played it twice with JJ, and I played it once with Lou. Excellent. I'm excited to see what he has in store for us, but I couldn't tell you what the hell it would be. It's obviously going to be a 2-player game. Co-op experience game.
Okay.
What's your next one, Lou?
You mentioned Bandai Namco. A lot of money. I think Little Nightmares 3 will be here.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I think Little Nightmares 3 will be here.
That would be cool. I think Little Nightmares, I think people sleep on, and 1 and 2 are very good. Very fun games.
Yep.
I think that's a good pick. That's a good pick. Man, I wish I had more from the big 3, but I just really feel like they're not going to show too much.
I look at it as I think Sony has a lot up their sleeve because we've heard a lot.
Yeah.
But I think Keeley's gonna get a couple of those things.
Yeah.
And then their thing going forward is gonna be Spider-Man.
Yep.
And Wolverine.
Yep.
That's gonna be the next phase, and then whatever was rumored.
Yeah,
will
probably
be confirmed.
Ghost 2, probably, and
Yeah, like there's got to be a game that they show that goes beyond 2023.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, Microsoft says Wolverine will be 2023. So
yeah.
2024. What's 2024? What's 2025?
Yeah.
So I think we will find out, and one of their big next shows.
I had something in mind, but I just forgot it. There was something I wanted to say prediction wise because I'm technically out, but I was throwing some of the ones that we already know that's happening. Oh, Capcom. I didn't mention anything Capcom. I think we'll unfortunately only get another trailer for RE4 Remake. I don't think we see RE9. I don't think we see Dragon's Dogma 2. And I don't think we see Pragmata yet.
Okay.
But I think we get a new trailer for Resident Evil 4 Remake that showcases a little more combat, a little more engine stuff, and shows some new things that have not been in the story originally. I think they'll show a little bit of that. Because that game's coming out not super soon, but 4 months down the road. Pretty soon. But I think Capcom might have a couple things. But that's kind of...
I mentioned this game earlier, and I'm going to say that it's going to be here, but it's not going to be coming out anytime soon. Control 2.
Okay.
I think Control 2, I think we see something of it. Maybe a little cinematic trailer, and it'll be like a 2024 game. Because, Alan Wake 2 will be coming next year, is my prediction.
Yeah, they end up showing Alan Wake very early, so they could do the same thing with Control. That makes a lot of sense. I like Control. I like Alan Wake. I'm glad they're in the same universe. It'll be interesting to see how they keep roping them together. But Jesse Faden, I really like, I really like her as a character. I like Alan Wake. That Control was a very fun game, very very fun game, and a
Yep.
lot of things left unanswered too. It didn't really have a complete ending. The ending was kind of, nonchalant a little bit. But sometimes it's like I've mentioned before. It's about the journey, and her journey's awesome. Really cool. I don't have any more. Do you have any more, Lou?
Just one more, and
Okay.
it's Scarlet Nexus 2.
Oh my
That's what I
god,
wrote.
that'd be sick, bro.
Yeah, I think Bandai Namco is going to cash in on all the Elden Ring money that they made.
I hope so. I really hope so. I hope they improve a lot of stuff. Scarlet Nexus was one of those uh, darling hits for us in the pods last year. For me personally, I love that game. Platinum it. Did both stories. Lose right at the end of the first story. I got the DLC, all the DLCs for it. Really love Scarlet Nexus. Excellent, excellent game.
Yep.
But thank you, guys and gals. Make sure you smash the hell of the like button. We appreciate the GG Nation, the GG Legion, everybody that shows us a lot of love. I see your comments all the time. You guys send me messages all the time. Really appreciate it. Tell us your game of the year. Go through the list with us. Pick your most anticipated game and so forth. Put it down in the comments section. I want to know. Give us a couple predictions too. What do you think is Jeff really going to have something big? And I hope he does. I hope he has some surprises. Unfortunately, a lot of us kind of know some stuff already, like Death Stranding 2 would be a huge surprise if we didn't know it was kind of happening already. It just really seems like it's happening. Anyway, it seems very
Yeah.
real. But shout out to the Tribal Chief, Skip to my Lou. Appreciate him helping me out again today. Wish we could have had JJ, Chad, and a few others on. But that's all I could manage. Game Awards, if you want to watch it live, it is. We won't be streaming it here, but it's Thursday. I'm probably going to be hanging out with the party, and we're just going to talk and watch it together like we did last year, which was very fun to do on our PS5s. But it was a fun ride. I enjoyed the prediction show. Hell of a great year of video games. I think a lot of people sleep on this year because they just only think about God of War and Elden Ring, but there's been so many fantastic games this year, and we read them all off to you. I've been your fellow Straussman of the GG. That's Lou, and we're outie.
See ya.